Hey guys, so we just had the Super Dragon Ball Heroes 12th anniversary live stream, and in the live stream we did get some information on what we can expect to see as part of the Dokkan Dragon Ball Heroes collaboration this year, pertaining to both Global and JP, as that's how the past few years have worked. Both Global and JP have celebrated this at the same time. So as a result of the live stream, we do have some information on what we're going to be getting here, but then we also have some additional information after the live stream ended on the official page here, which is pretty, like, they revealed a lot of other stuff, so we'll get into that in a second, but let's just see what they say on Twitter here, because they did tweet this out after the live stream ended. The Super Dragon Ball Heroes crossover is back this year. One of the new characters in this time's crossover summon will be Super Hearts. So they did mention as well in the live stream that this Super Hearts will have a voiced active skill, which is the first voiced active skill character related to the Dragon Ball Heroes collaboration. So that's going to be interesting, because if you guys aren't aware, this guy's Japanese voice, he has the same voice actor as Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which obviously everybody loves him. So it should be interesting to see how they handle this. And I'm actually pretty interested in seeing how they handle the English and every other language dub, like, active skill for this character, because this is, again, a character that is literally specific to Heroes, and he appeared in the Dragon Ball Heroes anime. So, like, obviously there was never any official dub voice for this character, so I'm not sure how they're really going to handle, like, the English voice acting for this guy's active skill. Is it just going to be a tech LR Broly situation where he just doesn't have a voice in English or any other language that's Japanese? Potentially could be a problem, but this is good. We know that for sure this is going to be one of the characters that are coming out for the collab this year. And then on top of that, we do know that we are going to be getting Dokkan Awakenings for Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, Super Saiyan 4 Bardock, Supreme Kai of Time Brainwashed, and Robel. So Supreme Kai of Time and Robel, I think they both actually released last year, and then Super Saiyan 4 Gohan and Bardock both released 2 years ago. So we're getting, you know, these characters that just never got Dokkan Awakenings to finally get their awakenings here. It's kind of tough to use just like SSRs of units at this point. Like, if a unit releases and they don't have a Dokkan Awakening to its TUR, it's this weird point, because like you kind of don't want to waste your time link leveling them because you know eventually they're going to be awakened, and then they're going to grab that extra link, and then you have to start from scratch again on them. But I think in terms of like the usable characters here, like Robel obviously has a lot of utility, Rainbow Orb changing, Scouter, stuff like that. Supreme Kai Time is really good in specific situations, but then the Super Saiyan 4 Bardock and Gohan I think are going to be especially useful, just because they obviously can be used on more categories than just the Heroes team. I think Bardock does have some restrictions for you know, some of his abilities being locked behind you having other Heroes category allies in the team or something like that, but like Gohan I think is like what, just like 40% damage reduction, and then he just, you know, is like a pretty standard unit from that point on. So his skeleton of having 40% damage reduction and then getting a Dokkan Awakening here, like all he really has to do is just get some other form of defense, and then he could legitimately be a nice option to be ran alongside the LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta from the anniversary as a slot 1 unit. Right, so you'd have this Super Saiyan, potentially have this awakened Super Saiyan 4 Gohan in slot 1, and then you could run the LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in slot 2, because obviously he's more of a slot 2 character. So I think these Super Saiyan 4s could actually really help out, you know, the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's team from the anniversary. But the main thing I wanted to point out here is, if we take a look at the actual official website of Heroes, they expanded the page on the collaboration with all the different games. Oh, well, not even just the games, but like all these figure companies and stuff like that. And we have an expanded graphic here. Okay. So obviously this Hearts image right here is the exact same Hearts image that we have over here. So, you know, obviously this is the same Hearts here. But then we have this character here, and we do have the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Goku over here. So for me, this is pretty much confirmation that we are going to be getting the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4 Goku as part of this Heroes collab in Dokkan. Because remember, they only revealed on the live stream Hearts. Hearts was the only new character that they revealed. But then the Dokkan producer, who was the one that introduced this, said that there's going to be a bunch of other characters from Heroes on the banner alongside Hearts. So to me, it looks like Vegeta and Goku as the Limit Breakers are probably going to be alongside Hearts. And then we have this other character. Her name is Lags. I don't know if she's going to be summonable or if she's going to be an event character, because if you take a look at the prior year, and going even back, I think 2 years ago as well, we usually end up getting a free-to-play farmable character from a story event for heroes. And so it makes sense to me, because like Lags she's cool, but I don't really know if I don't really know if she'd be cool enough to summon for a banner. So I'm thinking Lags maybe is going to be a farmable character from a story event. And then obviously the Limit Breaker, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and Vegeta would be summonable in the banner with hearts. I don't see any universe where they don't make the Limit Breaker, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and Vegeta summonable characters. Let me see if there's any explanation here. No. Oh no, yeah, it actually does confirm this. Yeah, Lags can be obtained through an event. Okay, so Lags is actually free. So I was correct on that. So I guess based off of that, we know that the only summonable characters that we have knowledge of so far are Hearts, Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And then if we take a look at the prior year Heroes collaboration events, we usually get 5 new summonable characters. So if we're going to go off of that same pattern this year, then we are still slated to get 2 new summonable units besides Hearts, Goku, and Vegeta. So that does leave 2 open slots. Not a guarantee that they continue down that path. Like they could veer off and then not do that anymore. Maybe it's just 3 summonable units this year. Honestly, Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta I think is probably hype enough to just have 3 summonable characters in the banner here, but I think I still probably would expect to see more units. Something tells me that they're probably still going to be hiding something that they didn't put in this image here, right? They put the free-to-play character on here. I don't know. I think they're still hiding something, but it's possible this is the only these are the only new summonable characters we're getting, right? Because it's like, think about how much we're actually getting with this, right? Just with what we know so far, we're getting a free-to-play character, this Lags character. We're getting a Hearts, which is looking like a transformation, right? He's going from just regular Hearts to Super Hearts. I think that's what this transformation is, because like usually they don't have, you know, like an illustration of the character in the background unless it's a transformation. So I'm expecting this guy's active skill to be a transformation active skill, where he's going to transform into this version of himself. Again, I think this version is Super Hearts. I think I don't really keep up with the story so much, so anyway, I think this is going to be a transforming active skill Hearts, and then we have a Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Then we have these 4 awakenings. So if you want to count these awakenings as like new units, which I probably think is worth doing, we have 4 here. We have 3 summonable and then 1 free-to-play character. So this is like 8 new units pretty much, but we know that we're getting at least as part of this collaboration. And the reason why I specifically brought up the Super Saiyan 4 characters is because we know we're getting 2 more Super Saiyan 4 characters, right? So Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Limit Breaker, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Limit Breaker, Dokkan Awakened Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, and Dokkan Awakened Super Saiyan 4 Bardock. That is going to be a pretty big buff, I think, and I would hope, to LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta from the anniversary, 7th year anniversary. I don't really know what they're going to be doing in terms of the kits for these characters, but I can't imagine they're going to make these guys bad, right? And if we use the prior year Dragon Ball Heroes characters as a reference, right? You know, you have like Mechikabra there, like even like all the Easy A's we got last year, and that's something else we could potentially get this year as well, right? We could continue getting Easy A's for all these characters like Black Mask Saiyan, Dark Mask King, Super Mira, like all those characters that released many years ago at this point, like honestly like 3 or 4 years ago now. They are definitely slated for Easy A's. So if we go off of the kits of the characters that we got last year, you know, Super Saiyan God Trunks, Mechikabra, all those characters, Zeno Pan, like these guys should be good. These guys should be red zone contenders, and I definitely think that relative, I guess, to the power level that we had on these characters last year from the collaboration, like these guys should be competing with like the newest units. I don't think they're going to be like top 5 material. They might not even be top 10 material right now, but I think them at least being able to hang in there and perform decently well against like these really tough bosses like Metal Cooler, the Red Zone Broly, Red Zone Omega, Cell Max, maybe, we'll see. Like in those events, as long as they're able to somehow, you know, be useful in some way, I think that's good enough, right? Remember, this banner, typically the way this banner works is it is a blue coin banner. you end up getting 10 blue coins every multi you do, which is fine. It's a free Elder Kai. But the way it works is the banner with the new units on it is typically guaranteed featured SSR. So you're able to grab the at least one copy of whatever is featured on there at random, obviously, but the value is actually pretty decent. And then, you know, depending on how good these characters end up being, then we will be able to judge the banner once we know the full lineup and once we know the kits of these units. But looking good so far in terms of this year's Heroes collaboration. Again, Hearts, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Limit Breaker, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta Limit Breaker confirmed. We have the free-to-play lags here, and then we have the awakenings for these characters over here. So pretty big information tonight. Let me know down below what you guys think of this. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.